Hey, I'm Amethyst Goddess from In Alignment Ministries. I know you have not seen me in a while. Shame, shame, right? I've been really active, and then when I have my downtime, it's like my downtime. So I wanted to finish out the soulful messages. I've done a few events, and there have been a lot of requests in regards to one, descriptions based on my point of view as far as zodiac signs, as well as doing individual signs, like continue to do individual signs. So I'm like, oh man, I want to do collective energy and call it a day. Um, I don't know. I just think that we get so caught up in signs. We really have a piece of each sign within our birth chart, within our expressions, that we all can relate to, because there's not a division of energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like whatever you're able to resonate with, catch it. But I understand, because some people, especially when they're learning about this stuff and they just really like zodiac signs, they really prefer to just solely go to their zodiac signs unless they're guided to go somewhere otherwise. You get what I'm saying? So I will attempt to do this again, but first things first, I have to close out my soulful messages because I committed to it and I want to finish it out. So I believe I only have Aquarius. I was guided to do Aquarius right now for this reading. And then I think I got one or two more. I'm going to do all of that and then figure out, go to the drawing board as far as how I'm going to do these zodiac signs and when. Maybe it'd be a thing where I'll load all water signs one day, then another day will be all air, like do it by element. Something that will be a little bit easier for me. Because again, those that do this as their career or as their enjoyment, I salute y'all, like for real, like 100%. Like I really like tip my hat off to you. And those who are demanding these readers to hurry up and push the content. Look, it is really energy draining. Not to mention if they had other obligations or other things, or they're not obligated, but other things that they are active in, like for real, like hats off to you if you can balance all of this on top of doing elemental readings, like sign, individual sign readings. So if you already know, if you come to this page before, I always put in all the information that you need in the description box. I've been launching t-shirts, so they're on my website under the shop section, as well as my manifestation oils. So look into that whenever you get a chance, and on inalignmentministries.com. Okay, so all that information is in the description. Now let's get to it. I'm in my son's room. Okay, yes, it's a different setting, so it's going to be probably a different feel or whatnot, but you got to do what you got to do, right? So Aquarius, let's tap into Aquarius energy for the soulful messages. What do they need to hear? Okay, so I'm hearing steadfast, unmovable. I know there's a gospel song. I know I have references sometimes as far as music, in all genres, but I'm hearing specifically like steadfast, unmovable. So you may be really resilient in a project or even a family situation or a love affair. So let me just tap in, okay? Okay, I'm hearing, Aquarius, that you want to see something through. So again, it may be an obligation, it may be a dream or ambition, or it may be a family or love situation. So I'm going to figure that out, as it unfolds. So just let me see what else I hear. Okay, I'm hearing it's our time. Okay, excuse me, Aquas. It's our time to shine. Hard work finally paying off. I heard debt free. No more obligations. So if it's a financial or even a family structure that you're no longer tied to and you're wrapping up loose ends, You may very well feel like I'm drawing this to a close and I have no moral obligations. I no longer feel tied to this situation or this connection, I heard. Set free. And right when I heard the set free, I saw the Fool's card, okay? So this may be the beginning of your journey, your conquest as far as your new life, whether you're single now, you know, you left from a committed relationship or a family situation or dynamics and now you're free to go. I heard karmic ties, you know, being released from those things. So, yeah, so you're welcoming in new energy. Let's see here. And I'm hearing an indication of springtime and fall, okay? So, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that. Jubilee. I don't know anything about Jubilee. I heard of it. Let me look that up right quick, okay? And I love y'all. I really do. And I appreciate the support. Like, once I start recording, I feel good. But it's like the build up to it, like, oh, man. You know what I mean? But once I'm in it, I'm good. So, a special anniversary, especially a 50th anniversary, a celebration of such anniversary, jubilation, a season of celebration. Oh, that's beautiful. So Jubilee can be 25, 50th. So it can be like a royal Jubilee. How many Jubilees are there? 25th, 40th, Golden Jubilee, 50th anniversary, 60th, whatever. So basically, it's a celebration. In the Bible, is the year of the end of the 7 cycles of the sabbatical. Shmita. Sabbatical years, and according to biblical regulations, had a special impact on the ownership and management of land in the land of Israel. So that may be of significance to you. Ooh. This is your Jubilee. So your Jubilee is after some times of trials and tribulations, after some times of, I'm hearing karmic debt. The Wheel of Fortune is in place, and now you're the Fool card, okay? I also heard the Magician, so you're actually setting into motion your new cycle. You know, you're walking into newness, okay? Like a new beginning. And Jubilee. That I never used the word Jubilee. Not that I never heard of the word, but I know that was a divine intuitive message. Okay, so let's just jump in. I'm using Barberi, okay, the Zodiac Oracle. And you pretty much should know by now what cards I use. I just like to say it sometimes, you know, for those who are readers or those who are just interested in cards or whatnot, or, you know, just want to know. Because I'm that type of person, like, you know, say for instance, you go to get your hair done, like, and they're shampooing your hair. I'm the type of person, I want to know what you putting in my head. What type of shampoo are you using? Some people don't care, but sometimes stylists act funny and like not want to tell you what shampoo or what products they put in your hair. I think that's weird, but you know, so I figured even with the cards or whatever, I guess I could put it in the description. I feel like I already have a lot of stuff in the description part, so if need be, to keep me from doing this redundancy, I guess I could actually post it in the description box, but it's, I don't know, whatever. So I'm asking what energies actually want to communicate in regards to your situation, Aquarius. And sorry for my bed. This is my son's bed. It's a little squeaky, so you're just gonna have to tune that out. I know y'all heard of squeaky beds, and y'all had one before at least. Neptune wanted to come out. On the bottom of the deck, Aquarius was there. So Aquarius, what energies and what elements need to speak to Aquarius right now? Dang. Okay, Jupiter. Jupiter wants to speak. So Neptune, Jupiter. Of course, you already know that. Well, you may not know. The full moon in Sagittarius is here. The strawberry moon, the super moon. However you identify, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and it's here for expansion, expanding in a sense of it can be both realms. So it can be where if you're negatively charged or positively charged, in regards to your emotions, your habits, belief systems, if you're adopting new ones, those are being expanded right now. If you're feeling down in the dumps, that can be expanded. If you can change your energy, shift your perspective, of course, you'll be able to tap into the Jupiter energy that is for your highest good, like the good stuff, right? So it's about good fortune, good luck. It also reminds me of Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite tarot cards. Okay, what other energy wants to speak out for Aquarius? Okay, Pisces. So this is interesting because a lot of readings that I resonate with Aquarius and Pisces readings. I'm a Pisces sun. And I have Aquarius like in my Jupiter, Mercury. Jupiter and Mercury. No, not Mercury. Jupiter and Midhaven. So, but I know it's in Vedic astrology. I'm considered an Aquarius. But I just noticed the readings, when I've come to certain readers, the messages are quite similar in a sense as far as, well, for me, it's like Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries readings I really resonate with. And I have a lot of Aries in my chart, so maybe that may be why. But I'm saying that to say, I may have a message for myself. So anyway, Neptune, okay, Jupiter, and Pisces energy. And when I touched Pisces card, I heard go with the flow. Okay, so whatever you may be going through right now, whatever you may be feeling, go with the flow. You may not see everything. You know, with Neptune energy, there is illusions. You know what I'm saying? You know, there can be some times where you're not seeing everything clearly. Ambiguity, I believe that's how you say that word. Ambiguous, misconceptions. What else I'm hearing, Neptune? Belief. So I'm hearing, you know, Pisces is about I believe. That's their affirmation. So I heard disbelief in the Neptune card, okay? Okay, I just got a notification for something. All right. So tell me about what Neptune wants to speak. What does Neptune wants to say right now to Aquarius? So again, Aquarius, I sense that you're transitioning out of a phase and now you're starting a new phase, okay? A new cycle. And we all go through new cycles. Dang, bruh. I'm trying to avoid this bed, you know, because the noise or whatever, but I'm just going to have to get over that. So Neptune wants to speak about Gemini energy, which is harmony, patience. I believe that's Sagittarius energy. Okay. Okay, and I'm hearing cornerstone. So that may be of some significance to you. Some foundational things may be shifting for you, such as your belief system, such as your career, your family life, your foundations as far as your home life, or structures, okay? And you're actually attempting to be patient with the unfolding of your circumstances, okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, what else, Neptune? What else you need to tell me in regards to Aquarius? Prosperity begins. See? Okay. I'm also hearing a story that some of you that have been in long-term relationships or family situations, now that you are turning a new leaf and you're separating from that storyline, you are actually creating your new storyline. So it's like now you have your own assets, your own financial situation going on, versus prior to that you were sharing, cohabitating. I'm hearing something co-op, okay? So you were in a cooperation, okay? You were in a cooperative dynamic that now you can actually set yourself, you feel set free from your situation. You finally feel like the wheel is turning, so that now you can separate your assets, you can separate, you know, what you got going on. You finally have your own, where you don't feel obligated to a situation, okay? I heard that's what's working in the background, that Neptune energy. Neptune also is about imagination, creativity. It's also being intuitive and getting spiritual downloads, okay? The waiting game. Remember I was talking about patience? Okay? The waiting game. So some of you, it's not completely turned over. You're feeling the process of it. Some of you actually want to see more progress as far as your situation than what you're actually seeing, but little do you know, in the background, things are actually working out. You know, some things are not just a snap your fingers and then everything is just a-okay or in your favor. Sometimes things have to be reworked, arranged. You know, say for instance, if you were expecting some income, you know, they got to process the check, they got to cut the check, they got to deliver it to you. Say for instance, like a claim or something. A lot of times claims, they don't just drop it in your account. They got to do their investigation. They got to, you know what I mean? There's a process to the procedure. You know, there's procedures that are in place for things to be handled. And that can be in a financial spectrum, that can be in a relationship. So even energetic ties, if you are having situations that you're removing yourself from, sometimes in those instances, you are actually, there's a process energetically that has to occur first before it manifests in the physical, okay? And the other card that popped out for me is the throat, okay? I'm getting that there's a clearing. Ooh, this is so good. This is a very good reading. I can already tell. This is an indication that there is being a clearing out of belief systems and old ideas that no longer serve you. Yes, this is the throat. It's not the third eye and it's not the crown. But the significance with the throat, it is the portal for creativity. It's the portal of expression, okay? And sometimes when you communicate from a place of unhealed emotions or habits that no longer serve you, you're still carrying them, you will communicate old thought patterns and belief systems, okay? And so now there is a clearing out. There is a clearing out. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that. There is a clearing out of your throat chakra, okay? So if you have to sing, speak, communicate a new story, okay? It's not saying that the things that happen to you, they are no use of you for you right now. Not in this moment. When you get to the next level of the aging process, as far as the spiritual growth, I believe that some of you are going to be able to use those experiences as testimonies, or ways to help other people to continue on the journey, especially those that are going through the things that you went through. But at this point in time, because there is a call for you to have a new cloak, a new thought process, a new look about yourself, and that's more than physical. It's an energetic thing that's going on. You have to transmute the energy. So it's calling for you to do away from the past, drop that, right? Let that shit go. And so that you can actually put on a new cloak, put on a new wardrobe to, you already did your cleansing, right? You're doing your cleansing, you're doing your bath. But now you're going through that purification process. So now you are able to adopt the new belief system. So Spirit is really going to work with you as far as your throat chakra, okay? Dang, that's deep. That is some good messages right there. I accept and receive those messages. Okay, Jupiter. You know, I'm going to put this on pause right quick. I get so excited when I get these messages, even if it's not for me. You know, a lot of times I can see myself in these readings too. Just being transparent. But it's amazing. I always get blown away as far as these messages that I'm able to channel and receive messages that a spirit, my ancestors, my guides, you know, what have you, are able to funnel that into me. I am so appreciative that I'm able to receive these messages, first of all, clearly be able to interpret what I see in the spirit. I am so thankful for that opportunity, and then I can shed light and present it to you. I'm very thankful for that opportunity. I get really overwhelmed with emotion when I think about the messages because they're coming in so clear. And I have been doing my due diligence as far as making sure I receive those clear messages, making sure that I am a vessel that has enough space for that, right? Because we all have our separate journeys. We all have our human experience. And with that comes the BS at times, right? Along with that comes challenges, okay? Frustrations, habits that we're trying to break as healers, as energy practitioners, as readers, whatever. We go through our things too, okay? And sometimes we get fuzzy. Sometimes we're misaligned, okay? We're not in alignment. And so when I go through with the intention of cleansing myself so that I am a vessel that is clearly channeling those messages so that there's not any deceit or misinformation or whatever. I take this very seriously, which is why I'm not on here. Not saying those who are on here all the time are doing a disservice to their audience. I'm just saying I know me because I deal with a lot of energy. I do energy healing and I do readings. I do not want to take light of my position as a guide. I understand the seriousness of it. Although life is not serious and we can joke and hee-haw, but there's certain things that I know I need to take care of and handle in order to bring it out, okay? I know that sounds like a tangent, but I had to express that, okay? Tell me what Jupiter needs to speak on regards to Aquarius for me, please. What does Aquarius need to hear? Okay, material harvest. Remember I was telling you about financial assets being able to, I heard monetize. So some of you are actually looking into streams of income, okay? Expanding your financial wealth. I can't do nothing about that right now. Dang, okay. It's just gonna have to wait. Jupiter is the number 4 with this card. No, excuse me. 18 with this card. 189. Okay. So what is Jupiter trying to say to or communicate to Aquarius? Material harvest, now authority. Okay, so there is a transformation of energy that is aligning you to no longer be the victim, but the victor. And for you to really stand in your authority, okay, you are actually, remember I told you about that cloak is standing out so much to me right now. The authority card. This is the Emperor card. Okay, see the purple? That's royalty. Okay, the Emperor is like the top one. The Emperor and the Empress are the top characters in tarot. So you're standing in your authority now that you're shifting and changing your story, because the story was probably in a sense in victim mentality, and not to make you feel bad or anything like that. But sometimes if we go through experiences, it's like, I can't do this because of that. And if I had this and that, and excuse me, so-and-so always doing this, and I try to avoid that, and woo, woo, woo. You're low-key giving your power away, right? And so in those instances, you keep playing the same stuff over and over again with people. You're doing the same dance, right? And so like you going through that cleansing process, you're actually saying, you know what? I'm taking my power back. I'm taking my authority back. I am going to stand in my power and my truth, okay? And I'm no longer going to allow those people or outside influences affect me in the way that they used to. And I'm no longer going to engage or entertain the BS. And I am no longer going to self-sabotage or feel bad about my growth and me transitioning and phasing out these situations. I'm no longer going to feel guilty and staying in situations that no longer serve me. You understand? So that's what I'm getting from that authority card. Okay, give me one more for Jupiter, please. Dang, hearing these cards, it makes me want to do this more. It's really motivating me to do this more, no lie. Okay, so firm foundation. Remember I told you getting your stuff together, okay? And then I have new beginnings. Now, didn't I say I saw the Fool card? This is basically the Fool card, new beginnings, in you know, in so many words. New beginnings. So some of you are actually separating from old situation, old dynamics, old storylines, and you're actually creating a new one. I'm seeing someone handwrite something, and it's like gold. It's like gold penmanship, like gold handwriting, and it looks like magical, like sparkly, and it's shimmery, like someone is. It's like and it's like new pages in a book, and they're like writing. So this may be an assignment for you if you want to really manifest some things in your life. Of course, automatic. I just want to put this out there for manifestation. All you got to do is alignment. All the other things that you dream, aspire, want, desire, whatever, they come to you when you're aligned. When you're not aligned, it seems challenging, right? It seems like you're repeating BS cycles. But when you align, you shift your energy, you get yourself together, that's when the good stuff start really flowing into you. I'm saying that to say that you don't have to always do a vision board. Even though those things are good, if you want specific things, okay, I can see that. But as far as manifestation every day, it's just being aligned, showing gratitude, showing appreciation for what you already have, being thankful for the elements that you already ingest or take in, such as air, such as sunlight, such as the ground being grounded, right? Such as water, being able to have something to quench your thirst, being able to take a shower, appreciation for brushing your teeth. I'm getting emotional because I love speaking of gratitude, okay? Excuse me, as far as having income come in, you know, the physical stability, having a roof over your head, those key things are elements that are within the universe that you can be thankful for. So that will shift your, I'm so emotional right now because I'm just very thankful, okay? Doing those key things, even what I'm doing as far as giving expression of gratitude, those simple things will help you be aligned to what you desire. Spirit already knows what you want. Your guides already know what you want. Your angels know what you want. The elements know what you want. But first, be appreciative of the things that you have, okay? Be appreciative of what you have, okay? Yes, this can be worse, and yes, this is whack, and I don't like this, and this is uncomfortable. But I challenge you. I challenge you to find something to be thankful for. Something to channel that energy so that when you channel that energy of gratitude, I promise you, and I usually don't promise, I really don't, but I promise you, I give you my word that everything will fall into place for you. Now, specifics, as far as specifics, if you want a specific car, a neighborhood, you know, I heard someone pulling up to a driveway, okay, a new home, another business location, okay, like a brick and mortar. As far as that is concerned, I'm hearing write it like a story and like it's already existed, like you're doing a once upon a time type thing, right? So you can actually write out your own story and say how it is, how you feel, what you see, what you smell, what you eat on a day-to-day basis, the whole storyline, and call that into existence, because that is a form of manifestation if you into that. But I challenge you as an assignment, okay? But gratitude, priority. Gratitude. I know I went on a tangent on that, but you know what? This reminds me of the energy in Jupiter. Remember I said expansion? Look at that. Don't that look like a earth elements? Like not earth, like not like Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm saying in a sense it looks like the world, the planet Earth, that energy. I don't know if I can focus it. Okay. Ooh, that came in clear. So you see how the elements look in these color schemes, and then you look over here, it just gives me that same energy. Some of you, the next 7 years is going to blow your mind, because I'm hearing 7. The next 7 years is going to blow your mind. So I'm assuming that's another cycle. So this next cycle is really going to blow your mind in a good way, in a very good way. Okay. Don't get discouraged or alarmed about the current economic situation, and as far as the news, as far as ailments and diseases that are out there, shootings and killings, all this kind of stuff. Yes, be alert. Yes, be aware, but know that you are protected, you're cared for, and you're loved. Okay. If it's called a time for you to shoot, we ain't using the dollar bill, and we using crypto, or we using gold, or we using something made up. Crypto is kind of made up in a sense, right? Whatever it needs for you to fund your businesses, live, survive, thrive, all that, then it will be adjusted for you. Then there are some people or situations that will present themselves in a good way that you can learn how to adopt the new form of currency or a lifestyle or what have you. Now, in some instances, you know, I don't want to get into politics like that. I have my own beliefs in regards to that, but you may not want to adopt certain economic beliefs or systems. But that's perfectly up to you. But I'm saying, as far as moving and operating in this element, there may be call for some adjustments, and whatever adjustment that you may need, the provision will be there. Okay. Financial and material changes. It's interesting. I'm actually talking about this, and the cards are actually confirming it. Cards are nothing but confirmations of what you already know. Cards are nothing but storylines that, yes, at times they do possess certain energy to give you certain information, but at the end of the day, you already have all the tools that you need to tap in. These are just tools. Okay, so if you freaked out about them, you're uncomfortable with seeing them, just listen to the messages. Okay, it's really not that deep. But financial and material changes, yes, you need to be careful and mindful of all things. That's common sense as far as what you're delving into, because high vibration, low vibration entities and beings, that's all very real. But I'm saying that to say that this ain't nothing but pictures for me to show you. It's illustrations for me to show you, to confirm basically what I'm already saying to you. Okay? Pisces. What does Pisces have to say to Aquarius? Okay, balance. This is like the Libra card. Balance. And for you, for what I'm getting, it's like, yes, take leaps of faith. Yes, be in your dream state and dream up, be in that fantastical world, that fantasy. It's okay to be in that, but also have balance and grounding where you're not too into the deep end where you're like forgetting that things need to be paid. You need to organize your home and clean out your home. People need to be fed. If you have children, you need to feed your children. You get what I'm saying? So, like, not to forget those responsibilities and the fact that you have to live, to have balance. And I also received the transformation card, which is also the death card, the scorpionic energy, comparable to, you know, in the right way. Some of you, again, I told you, you're going through a metamorphosis. And I normally don't even see this in this picture, but it looks like butterfly wings in the background. Metamorphosis. You see that? And then green. Newness, right? And obstacles and challenges. And I'm going to clarify this. What are those obstacles and challenges? I'm seeing a lot of 5s. Let's see what I'm seeing here. It's a whole bunch of numbers, actually. Those chakras, 5. That one, the obstacles and challenges, is 5. Financial and material changes was a 5. I just want you to take note. You know, like 555 is about, remember I said something about 9 too. But 555, that's about change. You may want to look up that angel number. That may be of some significance to you. I'm going to clarify, dog, where is that card at? Did I drop it? You know when you have you did something with something and then now you, I must have left it in the other room. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm hearing that I should use these cards. This is the Santa Muerte tarot deck. So I'm going to clarify the the obstacles and challenges. Soulful messages, they're extensive. Like, all my readings are over 20 or so minutes long for the most part. I can go in and do a thing where stop at 12 to 15 minutes to say if you want the extended, pay, you know, see me over and pay a couple of dollars. I could start doing that, especially if it piques your interest. I don't know. Clarify the obstacles and challenges. But these are full readings, basically, is what I'm saying. Obstacles and challenges. What is the obstacle and challenge for Aquarius? And it's crazy because I always do that anyway. Like, I always do a spread in Soulful messages, your challenges, your positives, your challenges, and the heads up. And I'm still going to do that. And I know this reading is long, but I don't really care. I have to get the messages out. So, remember I was telling you about Wheel of Fortune? Wheel of Fortune came out. Is that a 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you don't count those. Yeah, this is 9 of Wands. So perseverance, like continue to fight the good faith, or keep the faith, or I'm hearing something like that, like come up. Perseverance, endurance, being steadfast. That's probably in the beginning. Okay, so remember I was like saying I channeled the message being steadfast, unmovable. Okay, so this is the energy that you're going through right now. For your obstacles and challenges, is just hanging in there. You almost there. You're at 9. I noticed the 9s. Remember I said the 9s, that is of significance for you. You're almost at that completion state. The Wheel of Fortune may seem like a challenge, seem like something that is like from afar off, like something that's not going to be here anytime soon. But I'm here to tell you, you need to hang in there because everything is working out in your favor. Do I need to do another one? Yes. Okay. And I also saw Pisces card. Well, I saw basically the Queen of Hearts and the Knight of Cups. There may be a love offer too. I want to put that out there. Give me another card for obstacles and challenges. Some of you may see your love life as an obstacle or a challenge right now because you can't really see yourself moving away from a situation that no longer serves you and actually moving in and transitioning into something that you love and you desire. Okay. The Three of Wands. Right. Looking to expand, to grow. You're seeing the challenges in that. Say, for instance, if you have a business and you see you can make it to C, right? But you're at A and you seeing all the things and obstacle courses like within that part to get to C. And it's like, how am I going to get through this? If you look at it, look at all that going on. You trying to focus. You're trying to focus on your expansion and growth. What is Three of Wands? Sometimes that can be a decision. Waiting for your ships to come in type thing. You know what I'm talking about? So, what's Three of Wands? Okay, so the King of Wands. He's like the boss man. That's what I heard. He's very passionate, on fire for what he set out to accomplish. And then the Knight of Swords. So you really want to get this show on the road. You know what I mean? You have probably separated from a fire sign. Leo, Sag, Aries. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. And you may very well have separated from an energy that really drained you. You get what I'm saying? In this sense, and I never seen it like this, this Knight of Swords is dealing with the throat chakra. And I just heard eat your words. So some of you are learning to control your tongue, like control what you say, the battles that you give yourself into and play with as far as people, your living situations, your exes, your children's father or children's mother. You know, you're like swallowing your words like, it's not worth it, please. I'm just gonna walk away, don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing that. And you have some things to say, and I'm getting that there are truth in what you're saying. The things that you're saying operates though like a two-edged sword. Interesting. Okay? It operates like a two-edged sword in your dynamics, your living situation, the situations you're separating yourself from. So sometimes it's actually good to swallow those words, to eat those words, because they can bounce back with fire. You know what I'm saying? It can boomerang to you. Like, it can mess you up, especially if you're talking too much and you leading on to what you're trying to do or what you accomplishing. Or say, for instance, you just got a bomb ass idea and you're pursuing it and you just got to prove for some stuff, and then you go and tell so-and-so that you know is low-key like hating or don't want you to separate from the situation. You can very well set yourself up like spilling your stuff. Like, keep a tight lid. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's pretty much it with that. I really like Aquarius reading. That was really good. I'm gonna do the positives, challenges, heads up. It ain't gonna take that long. Y'all be all right. Some of y'all like to fast forward stuff anyway. So whoever's guided to come to this message, I strongly believe that they will get whatever they need. You feel me? So I know it's long. This shit is about what, an hour or so? 45 minutes. Because I'm saying an hour because by the time I'm done, because I want to do something else if I feel guided to. Okay, so what's the positives for Aquarius? I keep wanting to say Pisces. Okay, and I always tell my clients this, and you know, patrons or whatever that actually support my business when they get readings from me. If positives and it seemingly is negatives that come out, don't look at it like that immediately. Just wait. Emotional withdrawal. is a positive. And if you're in a dynamic where there's emotional abuse or verbal abuse, physical, any kind of a form of abuse that is manipulative in the sense that they guilt trip you, ego stuff is involved, you know, so on and so forth, where you feel like, I heard damn if you do, damn if you don't type situation, especially if you have children with this person, you may have to retreat from the situation energetically and physically. You know what I mean? If you have to still live with that in that dynamic or whatever you got going on. And maybe a thing where you're finally putting up your barriers. Okay? Heartache and loss. This is actually a good thing. It's a good thing in the sense of those situations where you were so blinded by love, you were so blinded by situations, you were so blinded by I'm hearing money, in a situation where it was comfortable or seemingly comfortable. You are actually experiencing the real emotions that you were supposed to feel initially, but because you didn't know any better or because of whatever reason, you were thinking that you had rose-colored glasses on. You were in denial. So now you're feeling the blow of reality of what that person actually was, what the situation actually was, whatever the case may be. Really realizing like that job wasn't really all that cracked up to be when they try to like, welcome into the woo woo family and we're so happy to have you and we got all these benefits and perks and woo woo woo, and you're working more hours than you were assigned to. Your position is more tiresome than you were originally expecting. The perks and everything like that just ain't enough. You get what I'm saying? So you're really starting to see things for what they are. And then victory and success. Victory and success. So that's a positive. To be able to go through all those experiences. And the sun radiating, shining through those clouds. You know, it looked cloudy right here. It looked dark right there. But those, you needed that. You needed that to wake yourself up so that you can separate and remove yourself from those situations. Okay? You needed that discomfort. Because otherwise, you would have been trapped in fear. You would have been psyching yourself out that this is all you deserve. And you deserve way more. Okay? What are the challenges? What are the challenges for Aquarius? Now, some of these exes, you know, you hear these stories over and over again, right? Of them returning and wanting to do over, okay? And remember, the challenge for new beginnings came up. So I'm gonna break it all down. So it's basically reiterating what I already said Pisces had confirmed, the energy. And what I already channeled anyway. So usually I ask for 3 cards, 4 came out. Solitude, so that's a 9. Hermit mode, solitude, separating yourself. So that emotional withdrawal for the positive, sometimes it's a challenge for you because your environment. So they may want to engage with you and, like I said, start it over again, and then y'all be back cool, and then y'all retreat and y'all get on each other's nerve. You know, that emotional roller coaster mess? Or even your job. If you're trying to separate from your job, you're getting stuff lined up, getting your resume together, or you want to invest in your business, you're going to pull out your 401k, whatever you're trying to do. They try to present you with another offer. Like, don't leave us. If they sense that you're leaving, or they try to, you know, energetically, they may not literally know you're trying to leave, but energetically, offers may start coming up within the business that you're not happy at, where, oh, well, we now have a thing where if you stay here at least 5 years, you get an additional blankety blank. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Because right here, honestly, I'm seeing like a contract versus a book. So that's the challenge coming for you. Also, new beginnings. You're trying to figure out how. The how. Discernment. Choosing wisely, like, you know, a lot of times you've been doing head over heart in the sense of stability, financial stability, as far as feeling like you are a lack and you can't do it by yourself. But you're never by yourself, even when you think so. So the dynamic that you were in, it may have been financially suitable or comfortable. And now it's like, I have to choose what's best for me. Okay. And I'm getting more so using your emotional, I heard emotional support. So using probably your emotions this time. And sometimes that's okay because, you know, especially if you're just earth, logic, air, you know, you just straight dry, you know, you lose the fire, you lose your passion, you lose the emotions, and you're just existing. Some elements of water is okay. Realizing that you have options, like Seven of Cups energy, like realizing that all is not lost, it's not all doom and gloom, that there's still new beginnings that can always happen each day. You have a new day, that's a new beginning every day, okay? So it's just shifting your perspective, okay? And this came back up. Financial and material changes, okay? So those may be coming up as challenges for you, and I've already spoke about that and confirmed that. So what is the heads up? Okay, so a tower may happen, a disruption. Okay, so I don't know. It depends on how big it is. I can clarify it. Emotional loss, or what you may deem as emotional loss. Five of Cups energy I'm getting from that, crying over spilled milk and what happened, what transpired. Give me two more heads up for Aquarius. So you know, some people be like telling you to quickly just get over it and all that kind of stuff. Look, I think when you feel the emotion of something and go through that whole process and not rush yourself through it, it'll be easier for you to really move on. Versus if you move quickly from it and jump into something else or whatever, more than likely you'll repeat whatever you ran away from. You get what I'm saying? You didn't really full on deal with those situations. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of brushed it over and jumped into something else. It's better to feel it, process it, and then move forward. You get what I'm saying? So wisdom. Dang, another 5. So all these 5s, y'all. Emotional loss is 5. Wisdom. And I heard 5 of Swords energy with that, but it's not 5 of Swords, but that's what I heard. It's an actual major arcana for that one. Let me check it out, okay? It's all about changing your perspective, though. I get that heavy. I'm sorry, I'm starting to look at stuff. That beeping is off the chain. So, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. Okay, the Hierophant. The Hierophant. So that relationship, that situation, that business situation, because it was dealing with contracts, it was dealing with some really heavy, hardcore commitment. You've learned from it. And the sun is setting on that situation. You're seasoned. And you know it's the purple cloak. You're still in your power. You're still in your authority. You can still be in your power and your authority and have some emotions that are not on the up and up at times. I don't care what anybody say. You can still have your power, even in those situations. And the light. So you go through this process. So it transitioned to that. Isn't that nice? So you go through that process of your mourning. And you know, sometimes with healing, that's the key. It's going through all the emotions of it, the acknowledgement, the acceptance, the mourning part. You're gonna go through a lot of emotions. You're gonna be angry. You know what I mean? Like, you may be angry at the situation, the person, but you may very well be angry with yourself because you're like, how did I get myself into this situation? Now, it's okay to go through that, but don't stay there. You get what I'm saying? Like, move along. You know what I mean? Now, I always get the light mixed up with the sun and the star card. So, you know what? There's stars in there, so maybe that will help me to remember. So this is the star card, wish fulfillment, healing, the Aquarius sign too. So this basically brings it full circle. This brings it back full circle. Look, that's the sun circle. You know what I mean? If you look at the original Rider-Waite, like, it has the stars. I believe it has some kind of sun or something on there. But yeah, so you're bringing everything comes full circle. You're just going through the process. This was a long cycle. It was very extenuating. I'm hearing extenuating circumstances. I'm also seeing one of you or some of you were in the hospital. You know, I see someone laying in the hospital bed like they just recovered from surgery or being hospitalized. It may have been a long journey with that. I'm hearing tumors or like cancer that you had in your system being eradicated. And you're actually like now turning over a new leaf. Like, I have been diagnosed. I went through the process of treatment and now I'm a new person. You get what I'm saying? Now you're adopting new habits, new beliefs, new lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? So that you can prevent it as much as possible as far as your health situation. I'm also hearing that some of you I'm hearing baby. Some of you may have had several miscarriages in the past. And you sought out several types of or forms of treatments to resolve it so you can have your baby. And so it's like you're going through this process of wanting to give life or birth to a new one, a new little one. You know what I mean? A newborn. Some of you have been surprised about a baby. You were surprised with pregnancy. You weren't planning it and you turned out pregnant. Okay? For Aquarius energies. So, that's all I have. Really is focusing on the throat, clearing out that throat, because I saw a lot of air energy, tapping into your emotions. I didn't really see any fire. I'm going to see something right quick. It's an hour long. Okay, so what card we excuse me. Give me a card for Aquarius. Soulful message. Two cards came out. Pyramid of light. Some of you may need to tap into the elements. The sun, the moon. So some of y'all may have throat chakra issues. Excuse me, like an imbalance. So pyramid of light, step your vibration deeper into love. Queen of heaven, blessings from the divine empress of the skies. And rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. You see that green and the golden color. So again, remember I told you may need to tap into the elements like the sun. The sun may be of some significance to you. Okay? Get grounded. I'm really getting like a royal energy from this. You may need to purchase some citrine, turquoise. something blue. I'm definitely seeing sun in its citrine though. Jade. Adornment. Okay. Again, the next 7 years will definitely be transformational. You'll be unrecognizable in the sense that your whole demeanor has changed energetically as well. That's how where it starts, of course. Okay. What energy wants to speak for Aquarius? What energy wants to speak for Aquarius? Okay, I'm just channeling, picking up chakras. I already talked about the throat. Okay, so you need to play. You need to have some fun. Use your imagination. That's dolphin energy. Inspiration. That's like that fire, sun element again. Y'all need to get in the sun. Life purpose. Some of you are already tapping into that energy. That's the number 22. That was the number 11. And this one is number 20. Just FYI. Your soul's purpose, like your mission here that you come here to accomplish. And it doesn't even have to be that great or big like that. But you're slowly but surely, some of you know it's not slow. It may seem slow, but actually, if you seriously take time to gauge your progress from 5 to 10 years ago to now, you really have changed and evolved. You're not giving yourself as much credit as you should. Definitely play though. You need to play. You need to go outside. You need to be in the elements. Whether it's water, going to the swimming pool, being in the sun gazing, going to the mountains, parks, whatever. I'm hearing rock climbing or like hiking. Y'all need to be in the elements. You'll get divine inspiration. You'll get, enlightenment or whatever. You'll also feel lighter, especially if you're living in an uncomfortable situation. It will definitely lighten your load. And it kind of shake you off from the energy or debris that you've accumulated over time dealing with stressful and uncomfortable situations. Okay, I'm not gonna do self-care because I'm pretty much told you, like, and in the bottom of the deck too, inner child. So you may need to do some inner child work. Avoid being logical with yourself as far as your feelings, your emotions, your thought process, especially if you do shadow work or you tap into your inner child, those unhealed parts, and connect the dots as far as what held you in repeated cycle, what you kept repeating in relationships, like realizing that the connection is dealing in childhood situations or traumas or experiences. Try not to logical it out or away. Understand that when you was a child, you thought as a child, you felt as a child, you had childlike behaviors and beliefs. You did not understand, the dynamics of your parents, your upbringing. You didn't understand all that, and it wasn't meant for you to understand all that and go through all that. Like, you were a child. You were supposed to be jovial. You were supposed to be out playing and really having no care in the world. And in some instances, when you're in certain dynamics, you take on more than what you should as a child. So if your inner child wants to act out sometimes, understand that. If you feel like you're over vocal, like you are very cutting with your words now than you ever have been, it's not because it just came out the blue somewhere. a lot of times it's because you feel like you're not being heard, and you feel like you have swallowed your words for so long to preserve everyone else's comfortability that now when you speak your truth, no one wants to hear you. So you may act out by talking too much or doing the most. Okay? So understand that. But that's pretty much I had. I really enjoyed this reading. Good things are coming. Good things are coming. Seriously. Good things are coming. But that's all I have for you, Aquarius. Okay? I enjoyed this time with you. I'm so honored to be a channeler and a guide, because I understand my role. I understand my position in regards to ushering you into whatever direction you need to make, whatever you need to go. I'm showing you options, but ultimately is your will. You know what I'm saying? I didn't clarify the Tower card. I heard y'all want me to. I'm going to go ahead and do it. But after that, then I'm going to wrap this up. What was the Tower card, the disruption card for Aquarius, for the heads up? Okay, so one or two things can happen, or both. Give me one more. Some of you may still dwell on the past and what you feel like you lost. Some of you will go ahead and move onward and receive recognition and reward, and have positive movement forward. So 4 cards came out, interestingly enough. One is like fire energy. The other, I guess, is like air. Either you choose to move forward and step into your purpose, go inward, deal with things that need to be dealt with, burn away things that need to be burnt away. Okay? You get your recognition and reward. Positive movement forward. Okay? You see the sun again, the water, the elements. Or you choose to remain in this. Okay? It may be if you give this person a second chance, or a third, or fourth, or fifth, or 10th, 20th, even a lifestyle, or a habit, or a person, or a career, this is what you're going to recycle back in. Feeling defeated and feeling that energy. Being away from the sun, the sunlight, something that you could very well tap into. But you are restricting yourself. Okay? That's your self-limitations. That's your self-restrictions or limitations that you have allowed to be placed on you. You could freaking break all that stuff. That low-key look like glass. Like, if you really want to get out of there, you're able to get out of there. Okay, there ain't no handcuffs, no nothing on you. But it's in the mind and it's in the heart. You get trapped in your head with your thoughts, scattered imbalances, whatever. You psych yourself out of turning over into this. You feel me? So that's pretty much what I have for you. That is the disruption card. So either you're repeating something that no longer serves you. Okay, and I'm going to put this out there. It may be more difficult than what it was, because technically you're supposed to be cycled out of the situation. You're supposed to be starting your new life, your new cycle. But if you continue in a tower moment, it always happens like this. You refuse to move, then the move will be made for you. And then eventually it gets more challenging if you keep, and then finally to the point where you're like, F it, I got to deal with this. I need to look at myself. Okay? So I'm seeing, it can be specific examples as far as the business, the people, you know, ex is coming back or trying to reconnect or whatever, and you give them another try, or you keep entertaining stuff that you know you need not to entertain, and then you cycle back. Excuse me. Then it'd be another clash because y'all got into it. You knew where it was going. this time ain't gonna work just like the other times it wasn't, but you still keep playing with it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it real. That's all I have for you. Okay, free will, free choice. If you want to avoid those tower moments, go ahead and transition out. Okay, and let those things go that no longer serve you. So that's all I have for you. I'm like an hour and 10, but it's all good. I said what all needs to be said. Be well, take care, Amethyst Goddess right here. Oh, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, okay? All that good stuff. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that, because if you really feel good about it, you'll share it, okay? So be well, take care.